I'm going to get drunk today, and I'm gonna act like an angry black fucking woman, cause I'm fucking angry! I'm mad! I'm upset! I'm angry as fuck, bro. I'm angry, I'm hurt, my feelings are fucking hurt. We always finish last, we always come fucking last to everybody, even our own fucking men. And you niggas mamas be black. This mama!
A warning. Warning. If you hear something that makes you upset on the broadcast, true, opinion, or otherwise, you are free to sign off or go to another channel. If you can't, please contact the displayed number below to seek help. Trolling and hate watching is more serious than you think. Now back to our scheduled broadcast.
He's in the walls. He's in the goddamn wall!
Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. Yeah, I've been, I don't know, waiting 11 days to say that to you guys. This is my first broadcast of the year. Uh, but that was kind of self-inflicted. Uh, I had some things I had to think about as we approach this new year, and very, happy and satisfied with what I've been able to come up with. But, no need to explain all of that. Just better that I show you guys what's to come for the, new year. And from here on out on this channel, just basically getting back to basics, getting back to what started this channel in the first place. So hopefully we get that done real soon. But thank you all for being here. Let me shout out the chat. All right, so we got RPM in the building. We got Mordecus. What's good, my brother? Say we here. Christopher the Conqueror Says Happy New Year. Unfortunately, my Steelers lost. So yeah, but good luck with the rest of y'all teams. I just want to see some good football. Some good football that people won't end up saying it's rigged by the time it's all said and done. Like I did that year with the Panthers. Yeah, we made it. We made it. And you know, that's a good thing. We are here in 2025 where we seem to be, you know, supposedly returning to the projects in 2025. If y'all know what that means, but there's no shortage of that on social media and in the media. You know, people fearing the incoming president and his administration. Which I mean, they've been doing that since 2016. I think everyone just really needs to calm down and, you know, just live their lives and stop going crazy over some shit that really, I mean, has already been decided anyway. Sun is hot, raw. What's good? Says Kev in chat, LLTHLS, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you guys. Yeah, I had to step away for a moment. I mean, you know, a channel like this, I can't afford to step away. I have a okay number as far as subs, and you know, it's still growing. I mean, but channels like this need to be consistent, and you know, I understand that. So I just for anyone who would say there are certain conditions that Kev is not willing to admit to first, that's a goddamn lie. I mean, I blame no one but me at this point. If anyone felt as if they had an impact on that, then drop it. I mean, it is up to me to do better. And if you know what, if everybody looked at life like that, then I believe that we'll all be better off. You know, but we're here in this channel to do several things that, quite frankly, that matter to me, is to inform you and to entertain you somewhat. You have to be entertained in order to be able to digest the content of any of these creators, as we call ourselves. So, like I said earlier, just going to get back to some basics and, you know, see what I can do from here, because either I'm going to do this or I'm not going to do this. And I can tell you this, I don't like not doing it. So it's good to see you guys. It's good to see whoever is in the building at this point. We got Ray Hanma, the Hanma Force. Happy New Year, brother Kev. Good to hear from you. Yeah, good to see you guys, man. For real. Shoot. See. Shout out to Hybrid Catastrophic Impact X83rd Power. If he isn't here tonight, he will definitely be in the replay gang. So shout out to the replay gang, whoever you guys may be at this point in time, meaning that you're not watching this while it's live. Alrighty. So the belief that black men can't defend black men, and it's a belief that's made it to 2025 now. Gonna put a couple of disclaimers out there before I really get going. Say, guess what? Now I'm having laptop problems. Make sure everything is up to date. If you have an older laptop, do keep in mind that the technology moves forward, not backwards. So what's happening is when you connect to the internet, that the internet's technology is going to move forward with or without you. So always keep your hardware up to date, or you will experience connection issues, lag time, overall operation of your set. So just always keep that in mind, and just if you need to, if let me put you like this. If the model of your laptop right now, if you look on Amazon and see how much it's selling for, that's where it will tell you that's where the technology is. So just want you guys to keep that in mind. Yeah. And also I want you also to keep in mind that this world is getting a little crazier. Aaron P, what's good? What's good? He says, Happy New Year. Happy New Year. All right. Everyone's coming with the Happy New Year. So y'all know what's up. This is the first time you've seen your boy this year. So you guys have been paying attention. Good, great, awesome. You know, it's a little bit of evidence that I might be resonating somewhat. Yeah, awesome. Thank you for acknowledging this. It makes it all worthwhile. Okay, so let's get to this belief. You know, you have plenty of black men who understand that there is an unfair level of scrutiny. So let me get that one out the way. I do, because I don't want you guys to ever think that I would flip flop. I've always tried to be consistent in what my beliefs were as far as, you know, how I approach this black men media thing. You know, seeing that I'm one of the smaller content creators, you know, I can be consistent with certain messages now. So when I say this stuff later, you guys that will be there at that time will confirm it for me. They're like, you know, Kev has always spoken like this. So one important thing that I believe in any message that you deliver is consistency. You know, stick by your beliefs and never waver from them for any reason. That there are people who they would say have flip flopped, and it hurts some guys out there. It hurts their view of spaces like this. It hurt their view of black men media, and I get that completely because I have expressed things like that in the past myself. You know, I do believe, although I do believe that black men are unfairly scrutinized, I do believe that a lot of black men, we bring it upon ourselves. Even though I would say something like, these black men do not represent me, which I did a few weeks back, in reference to all of the black Democratic shills. I can say that, you know, that doesn't just apply to them, that apply to other types too, but it doesn't stop those guys from being black men. It doesn't stop guys like Dr. Umar from being a black man. You know, even though I totally disagree with anything that he has to say, and you know, as of late, some things, I ain't gonna lie, a couple things here and there I do agree with. But you know, all the dick policing, all the silly shit, man, it's just like he looks like a clown at the end of the day. You know, we'll say something like, let me put another background up here because you know some of y'all ain't gonna understand that. Oh shoot. People like, oh, what is he doing? Let's see. Yeah, let me do this one. Yeah, cool. Yeah, like I said, Dr. Umar's on some silly shit. Yeah, it's then you see guys like I would say, which I don't know, maybe it is like some of my family members say, I do like talking somewhat against the grain of what the general consensus of black folks think. And you know, but I also try to understand the history of things before I have a general opinion on it. So I would say that I would generally believe that, you know, making fun of guys like Tim Scott and Byron Donalds, two black men Republicans. I would say it gets a bit childish and a little weak at times. You know, I do understand some of the vitriol towards Tim Scott and him saying that, you know, I don't believe that racism is in America. I can't stand people like that personally. You know, I can't stand the people who do this. I don't do race, or you know, I don't do the race thing, or you know, racism doesn't exist, or they try to pretend like every conversation, you know, I'm talking about black folks, they try to pretend like every conversation about racism is race baiting, and you know, those type of people. I mean, what's the problem in even discussing it? I mean, it's not that many of us try to establish some victimhood, or you know, saying that somebody owe us something because of that. My stance on it is that it exists, it existed. There's definitely cultural impacts in Western society that cannot be ignored, and that is that should be the primary basis for any of us black men to exercise any kind of freedom. Not to say that the black woman isn't included, but sometimes I do get tired. I get tired of being reminded that, you know, every time there's a conversation about us as black men. I mean, I'm just saying more of us need to take a hard look at this instead of going for the jugular on the first brother that, you know, fucks up. And I do understand that. I'm not going to ever come up here to YouTube or any other social media platform and go so far into advocacy for brothers that I ignore our shortcomings. I will never do that. But when I push back against any of you horseshit content creators, which that could be any of you, when you do go in on brothers like if there's no tomorrow, maybe I will say something in disagreement. Like it seems to me like you're trying to prove something, or you're trying to impress a certain demographic of people, you know, by calling yourselves making brothers accountable. And yeah, there are brothers who have shortcomings, like that should be discussed. But the problem with that is sometimes people don't like the way you said, and that is definitely not my problem. We should be used to it by 2025. We are not a monolith. Every time I push back against a black content creator saying, okay, maybe you're being a little hard on the brothers, that doesn't mean that I think all brothers are perfect. That doesn't mean that, you know, I just want to participate in circle jerk conversations. You know, but I will continue to be consistent and to never waver, just like Ray just said in that in the chat down there. I will continue to be that way. Because the problem is with some of you niggas is the second you hear somebody say something about any woman, it's like you forget all of the things that are said about men, thus proving that men don't value themselves for the umpteenth time. And it's good. It's something I'm getting a little tired of seeing. But I mean, one thing that I've come to realize is that it's not entirely up to me. You know, I can't control folks. Even if I could, I still get a certain gratification out of people making those types of decisions on their own. You know, I will never be the guy that just because one or two black men do some stupid shit. Oh brothers, we can't defend these brothers whack, man. We gotta talk. We gotta make them accountable. We gotta make them accountable. They're already accountable. Already. When they wake up in the morning, from the time they wake up in the morning to the time they come back from whatever adventure or misadventure they've been on that day, if they get to walk back to the house alive, it is what it is at the end of the day. Shoot, brothers are made accountable. I'm not saying that should slow down the accountability, or, you know, I'm not saying, oh, man, stop picking on black men. Oh, stop doing it. All I'm saying is this: every black man that has a platform need to have the balls to say something, not just try to prove to some demographic of people that you know how to make brothers accountable, just like every goddamn body else. I mean, you're not doing anything new, if you want me to be brutally honest. Shit. Hey. Yeah. It's brothers out there that do stupid shit every fucking day, unfortunately. Yeah. I'm gonna think. I think I may roast your boy Cam for simping of Joy Taylor. Cam Newton is a man that I've tried to defend in the past. I haven't exactly heard what that rant was about just yet. I've heard that Cam Newton has simped for Joy Taylor. I mean, but you know, think about it this way. Think about the possibility of every beautiful woman you see on TV at one point smiling like a donut for an exec or a coworker. I mean, it does happen, nigga. It's been happening ever since my days at McDonald's back in the early 90s. Yes, I used to work at a McDonald's in the early 90s. I mean, yeah, and you know what some would do for a crew chief position is ridiculous. Like a swing manager position. You know, not throwing out any accusations or nothing like that. It's just that all y'all was freaks and I knew it. And it's been like that in every industry ever. It's like you got to be the person that sticks your head in the sand, keep your nose clean, and keep yourself away from the controversy. Or you will be people like Skip Bayless and Joy Taylor, you know, like Michael Irvin, you know, guys like that. I mean, people. I'm just talking about the controversy part of it. You know, I know people had to say a lot of stuff to say about Joy Taylor and you know, her sleeping her way to the top, which, you know, to tell you the truth, I ain't know who Joy Taylor was until I started hearing this shit. Maybe I don't pay attention, or maybe I don't participate in the same programming that others participate in. But when I hear something like that, I'm not surprised, nor will I defend anything like that, because it's like, for men, that's a very harsh world. I mean, the second a woman decides that it's not a good idea, then your whole livelihood can get destroyed. Even if it comes out that you were innocent years later, your life is still destroyed. So whatever scrutiny Joy Taylor is receiving, I don't give a fuck. Go right ahead. Sure. I mean, old clips of her surfacing from the past of her saying certain things. That's is richer than fucking chocolate made at the Hershey's Kiss factory in Pennsylvania. Like, deputy donut the display. Oh, you talking about Dr. Umar? That way of thinking will cause a black man to slipping in the raccoon, and I'm gonna hold niggas accountable. Dirty macking for a weather beating. Why keep an ounce on the top of the mountain? I'm gonna hold a man accountable too. Yeah, like them old snake oil salesman preachers, man. Like, shit. Brothers get held accountable. It's not that brothers aren't held accountable, because we are. We are. All of us are. Just existing. When I heard of Joy Taylor, I was like, y'all mean Joy Reid? No, not Joy Reid. Okay. You're probably talking about the point of me never hearing of her, because Joy Reid is the Joy that's out in front. Yeah. But Joy Taylor, that shit's funny though. I just think life is hilarious at this point. Nothing surprises me anymore. Let me show you something else that doesn't surprise me. LAFD Assistant Chief Kristen Larson. Everybody's talking about the DEI hires in the Los Angeles Fire Department and how, you know, that wildfire burnt down all those homes and people are essentially blaming them. I mean, it's kind of hard not to when you publicly fuck over people and, you know, and say stupid shit. You know, it's just like, I don't know, it's just like the comic book industry being taken over by woke people. And then people complaining about the source material of said comic books and the creators attacking people on Twitter. It's like this shit is crossing over into jobs that need efficiency, a strong workforce, you know, a workforce that can deal with hazardous conditions. You know, people who put their lives on the line and can actually pull through in that shit, man. You know, why should I give a fuck about what you look like as long as you can perform the task and perform it efficiently? And think about the people who, you know, call the fire department, something's going on, someone needs rescuing. Would you want someone that is a 5'3" frail person, let's just say a woman, to show up to try to rescue anyone? No, you're not going to be very comfortable with that. I mean, if they can jump in there like a ninja and get everybody out, shit, more power to them. But hey, I'm just talking about the initial comfort level. So, and I mean, it's not about what we feel, it's about what is. And there's a lot of destruction in California. And then people are like, they are sick of the misinformation that's being spread. I'm just like, all I know is a lot of people lost their homes to fire. Shoot. So let me share this. Phil Bradley was good. The gaming industry also. Oh yeah. Yeah. Cause what's that game like they've been talking about lately? They got the freeze frame of the girl sipping out of the straw, and they did that basically so you could get that freeze frame and troll people with it, just so you can call them neckbeards and incels. Forgot the name of that game. If you can come up with it, I'll show it on the screen. It's ridiculous what people are doing because they are jealous of their predecessors. Intergalactic. Let's see if that's the game. Intergalactic. Heretic Prophet. Yep, that's it. Intergalactic. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. Oh man. Okay, let's see. It's supposed to be like set 1,000 years into the future. And my thing is, if it's set 1,000 years into the future, why the fuck are they still sipping out of straws in paper cups? They did this to antagonize people who actually like good shit. Man, look at this. Y'all see the right side of your screen here? What the fuck is that? There's a fast food restaurant in space. These bitches are being ridiculous. And you know what though? I'm consistent in the kind of stuff I buy anyway. The last space adventure game that I bought was Mass Effect. Like, the Mass Effect trilogy. And those were actual good games that did not focus on identity and feelings rather than just making a good story. I mean, you can see like this is supposed to be a chick. They don't give a fuck. Like, no one gives a fuck about this except for a very few people. And not that I'm doing this or saying this because I care or anything. If you buy this and if you enjoy this game, whatever. I hope there are people out there that can actually enjoy this game genuinely and, not look at it like, oh, we're just sticking it to the incels. You know how they get, to make themselves feel good. And the actor that this character is modeled after actually is attacking fans on Twitter because they already see that this game sucks. It has the same girl boss archetype, obnoxious, um, rude, but they're just perfect at everything. They can do no wrong. And everybody loves them for some reason. That's what people are primarily tired of. Oh yeah, this is her. This is the actor. Yeah, she checks off some boxes too. I think she's one of those alphabet people. Intergalactic, the heretic prophet actress mocks gamers with pro DEI fan art. You mad, bro? Oh boy. Tati Gabrielle, the actress for Naughty Dog's upcoming game, Intergalactic, the heretic prophet. See, I'm just going to tell y'all this right now. This is probably going to be a game that I won't be playing. Like, I think I've already pretty much said that. It's not necessarily because of stuff like this, but at the same time, I know what genre of gaming to stay away from. I'll stick to the Dragon Ball and the Tekken and the Street Fighter, Deadpool, shit like that. Just saying, shit's going in the fucking toilet. If you want to attract people with money, I think that you don't need to do the opposite of what brings money. And I think that's exactly what these gaming studios, and these movie studios and these television studios, people are abandoning mainstream media, because they keep trying to force this narrative down your throat that you need to be lectured in everything, including your favorite television shows by your favorite superheroes and your famous gaming genres. So, I mean, all I'm saying is this: if it's white men that have made cooler shit than you have, y'all keep talking about the white men and all that other stuff, let them motherfuckers cook. Let them get back to making cool shit so y'all can start like taking our money again. Otherwise, we're gonna stick to every time a Dragon Ball game comes out, or every time another Tekken comes out, or some shit like that, or whatever God of War game. They trying to sneak this kind of thing in it. I don't need to see. I'll put you like this: I don't need to see black man leads, but something else I don't need to see is like every time you do put a black man up, he's either weak or he's gay. That's some whack ass shit. And I guess since we as black men do not control the gaming industry, the only thing we can do is sit up on our YouTube channels and call it out. Because you see who's definitely in control, and you see who definitely does not want anyone's money. So enough of that. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up this other screen here. It's like the creators hate to play it. Yeah, yeah. And then they get the people who are the actors and the actresses in on it too. Shoot, they go into their little Twitter spaces and start just saying think about it this way. What if I wrote something, or what if I created something that was absolutely horrible? And then when people who checked it out say that it's absolutely horrible, then I go on Twitter rampages calling them racist and misogynist and phobes and anything that I can think of just to make them seem like that they're just bad folks. So I want y'all to listen to this crazy shit that this DEI hire has said, and then some people have called out that
you want to see somebody that responds to you.
Yeah. This is Los Angeles Fire Department Assistant Chief Kristen Larson. It's a whole mess over there, but just listen to the following of what she says. Like, this is some of the craziest shit I ever heard. But
you want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person.
Okay, I know this is from the television show 911. So what they were doing was using clips from the television show to drive this person's point home. So nobody's trying, like, because I saw people in the comments on the internet. Nobody's trying to say that 911 is real, but what this lady is saying, or whoever, the big back, I mean, the failed logic that comes from big backs is fucking ridiculous. But let me.
Person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
What? I'll try to listen to this shit again.
Strong enough to do this, or her situation better? Is she strong enough to?
Okay, is she strong enough to do this? That is a legitimate question. You're dealing with people who might be in a situation where they're trapped in a fire. You want the person rescuing you to be strong enough to carry the heaviest person out. That's why they used to have these, that's why you have these trainings. That's why they have people having to be carried up and down stairs. And how do these people get in? Are they very good at paperwork? I believe she has qualifications, but the thing is, what has happened? What is happening? You have a wildfire going on. And I hear all kinds of things about California, saying that the mayor cut the funding to the fire department. They did a $17 million cut, and the chief, was fired because she was saying that without that funding, they didn't have the resources and they couldn't take the steps necessary to deal with, more serious, larger events. And it's just, shit's crazy. But listen to what she's saying again.
Do this, or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
He got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him. I would say good luck, but what's the current situation? Let's just leave it at that. What's the current situation? You got millions upon millions of dollars in damage right now. I'm not saying that she is directly the cause of it, but the efficiency in taking care of the situation sure is in question.
Which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
Hilarious and sad. So, all right. Oh man, hold on one second. What do y'all think about that? Is it crazy? Is this the price of DEI? Do we still have to respect it? Because I know the era, what they say is going to happen, and what is actually going to happen is two totally different things. And a lot of people saying that, they're about to get rid of the DEI, and, one thing is you got to hire the best people for the job. And I don't care who it is. If the best person for the job is not a black man, then you should definitely hire the best person for the job. You know, I do I do believe through many studies and many forms of evidence that black men have been denied certain positions and certain spots, due to many factors that may include racism or, someone just trying to protect another person's job. There's many situations like that. But if that black man, and I'll say it again, was not the best person for the job, then who am I to get mad about that? But if only everyone in their so-called subgroups would think that way instead of acting like, uh, you got to have this archetype or that archetype. Like, if you didn't hear some of the other stuff she was saying something like you would feel more comfortable is someone that looked like you showed up, which is stupid because when shit's on fire, why the fuck do I care who's rescuing me and my family or, you know, trying to bring the fire under control efficiently it'll do minimal damage or whatever. Even though if the place is on fire, that means your shit's gone and hopefully you have insurance that is Trump tight, no pun intended. Why should I care what color that person is? Maybe, the person that I so-called want to see didn't apply. Mayor Karen Bass, Mayor Tiffany Henyard, and so many other women. These are examples why women cannot lead. Well, you got to look at, mayors like Brandon Johnson as well, and mayors like Stephen Reed in Montgomery. There seems to be this and a lot of us don't like to talk about this kind of thing. This is a problem with black mayors. Like they seem to be the biggest sellouts because they know to a large extent they were voted in because of their skin color and because of the stances they took. And then when they get in, they just drop the whole idea. And it's not just the four that I just mentioned, or you just mentioned also Revelator. It's many of these black politicians. Like I mentioned Tim Scott and Byron Donalds earlier. There are many black politicians you can be angry with for reasons that are actually better than the reasons that people are mad at Byron Donalds and Tim Scott for. Shoot, these people are egregious. Shoot, Brandon Johnson. Ooh, that man is hideous. Shoot, Karen Bass. I was listening to her talk earlier. Like she's one of those politicians that don't answer any questions. They said when the wildfire started, she went on vacation out of the country. I mean, you can look at it, one way or another way. I wish Art Stahl was somewhere around. He's probably over there at the Coliseum or something like that. But he would have a little bit of insight. He's out there in Cali. What was it in the what could these could these could this have been handled better? If it wasn't for people like Kristen Larson and the mayor Karen Bass who cut the funding by 17 million, I believe. They were saying they needed all kinds of shit. They needed like 600 firefighters, 600 more firefighters. But I mean, shit. From the way everybody was talking, it just seems like wildfires were the results. Marcus Romero Productions was good. Happy New Year, by the way. No, go back and get a fat black woman to rescue me. Oh man. I mean, for real, man. It's like one of my female relatives that like tomorrow I want to be a firefighter. And you know, and I knew she couldn't do it. I'd be like, "Are you fucking serious?" No, you gotta have the balls to be able to tell the truth like that. Don't send your don't send your don't send your family member to die if you care about them. Prime V8757. That's good. So many have done it. It's got to be strategic. Yeah, it does. Okay. Shoot. Yeah, but just want to let you brothers know there are brothers out there that do the indefensible, but the message is quite clear. Is when I push back, or when any brother push back for that matter, I mean, that has a valid criticism and not just, doing it just to do it, or doing it just to try to prove to, bitter big back sisters that you're still heterosexual. I'm not talking about brothers like you. You can stay across the street all you fucking want. What I'm talking about is just this. Yeah. Stand on it. Stand on it just like I'm standing on mine. It's not gonna ever be, I'm gonna completely agree with you when it comes to your criticisms of brothers. Here's some criticisms that I will agree with. Criticism such as, most black men are simps. They got that simp chip. Yeah, I'll agree with that all day long. Whatever you want to say about Pookie, people get tired of what you say about Pookie, because Pookie seems to be the scapegoat for a lot of brothers' lack of, being able to deal with women in a way that gets them what they want sexually. So, I mean, even though I can admit that, that's not going to be the go-to every time. If Pookie is problematic, it's because Pookie receives a lot of validation from these hoes. And my suggestion to any of you is to let them wallow in their own suffering. Like, well, fuck, I'm worried about you fucking yourself up for. I can just sit back and laugh and tell people I care about, you shouldn't end up like motherfuckers like that. That's what I get from that. Shoot. So, I mean, no jealousy here. None whatsoever. But what other brothers? Like, the I don't know. I guess I'll probably say the grifters, the manhood coaches, I would say. They're not really manhood coaches, because it seems like these guys teach manhood through however a woman reacts to him. And that's not where you should check your manhood. I mean, like, that can sometimes be a giveaway. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, part of any man's motivations for improving himself is always going to be women. And we can't see too much wrong in that. I mean, men want to get bitches. They want to get more bitches. And the reason why a lot of men are mad at spaces like this is because we haven't given them the key. We haven't given them the grand old answer as to how to get more bitches. We haven't. Nick Taylor was good. I roll in and I hear Bitter Big Back and just died. Yeah. It's it's a lot of that going on around here. When you walk in buildings and it's hard to breathe and you see about 3 or 4 big backs walking around, that's what happened. You know, it's a dead giveaway. Shit. But yeah, I just lost track of what I said. But anyway. Yeah. Oh, I was talking about problematic brothers. You know, the whole don't defend black men trope. You know, if I believe the brothers that should be defended, that are the brothers that are at least trying. I mean, brothers like CJ King, who would dare say he's the prize, and have a lot of vengeance coming from social media, from the hoes and the bitches, because they were hoes and bitches combined. Yeah, sure. Say something about CJ King. Say some positive stuff then. I don't think that Future should, be upheld or anything like that. If you are upholding guys like Future, you were just trolling. And Cam Newton has always been iffy. Shoot, look at the way the man dresses. I wouldn't say it to his face. Cam Newton is a motherfucker who has a spine. And I've noticed that about him, as far as his public image, but he got a simp chip, obviously. Can't defend everything. Shoot. Can't defend everything they do, so can't defend everything brothers do. And once again, the fact that I have to assure people, which I don't have to assure anybody of shit. The fact that I have to assure people that I'm just not some male, I'm not a feminist for men. I'm not a guy that's just going to be like, oh man, black man, salute. I mean, I will do that, but not with every type of brother. I'm not gonna say it about Lil Nas X or somebody. Lil Nas X, black man, salute. Nah. Probably to somebody like a Jonathan Majors or a Michael B. Jordan or a Jaleel White. Salute, brothers. Yeah. For reasons that some of them are fucked up, but hey, just trying to prove a point here. Damn, was it that bad, Ray? Cam is a damn simp enforcer. I gotta watch this. Cam is a whole clown to me. If he wasn't a pro NFL player, the media would give 2 flips less about him. See, Cam played for Auburn, and he brought Auburn a championship. So seeing that I'm a fan of Auburn, that is, from the state of Alabama. I'm from the state of Alabama. Cam Newton around was very, very good for me during that year. I believe it was 2011. But can't defend everything they do though. Night-ish, what's going on? Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you guys. I'm glad all of you remembered, because I was late. I ain't do shit January 1st or 2nd or 3rd or just during this broadcast. This is the first of the year. Yeah. But it's been about an hour. Yeah. So why does anyone believe that there should be a I wouldn't say defense force. I mean, I think when people use the words defense force, the context is just defend against anything and everything, against every little criticism, no matter how little it is. That's why you had a guy going around here at one point calling himself Kevin Samuels Defense Force. because they felt like there was too many people defending Kevin Samuels. So they'll make fun of it. So I'm not saying that black men should have a defense force. What I'm saying is when it's time to make us accountable for whatever reason, then we should be accountable. You know, are there people that still listen to R. Kelly, although R. Kelly has done what he's done? I mean, shit. I mean, it depends on the level of accountability y'all talking about, but it's never that brothers are made accountable to the level that if it seems as if you are a content creator, that's a black man content creator, by the way, that is going out of your way to make brothers accountable, you are doing it as if it is trendy. Like it is just a thing to do. It's like, what are you saying that is new? That's how I kind of grade stuff like that when I hear brothers talking about, oh, we're going to make black men accountable. I grade it on how new the information is because if you're just regurgitating talking points that, you know, some big back broad on Facebook or Twitter posted or something like that, then it won't sound original. It'll sound like exactly what I'm saying it is. It's just some simp shit. And it's no way out of it. I mean, if it's being presented as a fact, there's no way to argue with it whatsoever. If you try to argue with it, you're no better than the sisterhood or any level of feminine pushback that, you know, statements may receive. Yeah. So don't defend something just to defend it. I remember that KS Defense Force dude. He had flaming eyes in his avatar. It was funny as shit too. It was funny. I laughed at it. I thought it was entertaining. I thought the way he was presenting himself, it was awesome. You know, but it was just it was done for the purpose of trolling people who actually liked Kevin Samuels and you know frequented his content for whatever reason, whether it's to see how crazy these women can get in their goals and aspirations for finding a high value man, or just a bunch of people that knew him from his dealings with the Black Manosphere. Spine, nigga Roshi, please. Look, Cam Newton knows how to confront niggas. That's all I'm saying. He knows how to confront niggas. He's been doing it for a while. You know, he doesn't back down when someone is trying him. I mean, I'm talking about these are his antics on the football field. That shit he's been doing lately, I still wouldn't step to him. I mean, this motherfucker's brave enough to go around dressed how he's dressed. Let's look at some of the ways Cam Newton has dressed. Like his eccentric outfits. That man Cam Newton goes around dressing like he told Andre 3000 to hold his beer. That man said the pictures I see on the web right now aren't too crazy. But like some of the stuff Cam Newton crazy outfits. Okay. Here we go. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen. Let me turn. Every time I share the screen, I gotta turn the music off because the music will double play. I don't know why StreamYard does that. But it just does. Okay, yeah. Look at this stuff. Anyone that's brave enough to go around dressed like this, I'm not gonna fuck with that man. I'm not gonna do it, man. Look. I'm not mess with a man that is what is he, 6'5", 6'6", and goes around dressing like child, please. Oh, look at this shit right here. See, when you dress like this, you see over here in the right hand. Oh, wait a minute. They got a whole article of Cam Newton and how he dresses. This is not bad right here. That's not bad either. That's not bad. That's not bad comparatively speaking. They talking about some of the normal shit. It's crazy. I mean, you got a man bag right there. I would never wear those shoes. I don't care how much they cost. They're not showing anything crazy. Oh, this is crazy. Look at this shit. This motherfucker got on like capri leggings with the the fuck, dude. See, this is why when people like us look at famous people and we say stuff like, "Oh, they got them." This is why. Oh, hell no. Oh yeah, this shit right here. Dressed as a Tooth Fairy. They got The Rock like that too. He did a whole fucking movie. Shoot, I think Terrell Owens, they said that for his daughter's birthday, he was jumping around in a tutu, but he was playing that part too well. Like, no, bro. See, this is why. See, when you talk about defending black men, we don't like, especially me. I don't defend shit like this. You know, I don't say stuff like, "Oh, this man rich, man. Shoot, that man got more money than you could ever dream of. Why you hating on a man like that? Why you hating on that man like that?" No, I got the right to say this shit right here is crazy. Any of us do. Hold on. Let me do something real quick. I couldn't see me wearing none of that stuff. Yeah, I agree. Skinny pants is for hoes to me. Yes, absolutely. I 100% agree. He wore a damn dress and a man bag. Yep. And a partridge and a fucking pear tree. If he was Cam, the manager at Walmart, he dressed like that. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Nigga wearing yoga leggings. Early, he was normal. He just progressed. Like I said, this is why people like us look at celebrities or people who've been in that world and say, well, they got him too. Just like Ezekiel Elliott, just like Russell Westbrook and how he used to dress. Kevin Durant, how he used to dress. Oh, they got him. Shoot, look what's happened to Brian Tyree Henry. You know, the guy that played Paperboy in that movie Atlanta? And then they made him the gay Marvel superhero in Eternals. Like, they turned that motherfucker out. That motherfucker was the voice of the dad in the Spider-Man Miles Morales movies. No, the Spider-Verse films. It's a damn shame. That's who we got represented. I ain't gonna defend that shit either. That is some shit. Yep, sissified. All that shit. Never, ever. Not that either. The man was all right till the man bag. And it's like, this the ankles, man. Dude. Yeah, let me get this shit off the screen. Let me get it off the screen. Stop the screen. Said me neither. Glad we all agree here. Not wearing a wedding dress. No, not wearing any dress of any kind. Not wearing, like, when I used to look at these dudes with the skinny jeans, it's just like, it's none of my business, but I just be wanting to say, yeah, that didn't come from my generation. that they'll try, you know, when you say that to young people, they'll start bringing up old pictures of the Isley brothers and shit. I was like, nah, I wouldn't try to sit there and say anything about dudes who used to have women snorting cocaine off their penises. I mean, but yeah, I mean, you guys are voluntarily wearing skinny jeans. Shit. But anyway, it's been about an hour. Shit. Anything else crazy happening I should mention real quick? I know some before I get off the air, but okay. What up, Chaos Rain? Nah, hold on. I did wear leg warmers during my high school wrestling days with Ninja Roshi. That was it. I remember when biker shorts were the style. It was like for like 2 months, people wore biker shorts real strong, dudes and women. And then one day we realized what we were doing. This was like when I was in like 6th or 7th grade. I was like, it was like, yeah, I got me some biker shorts. And then one day it was just like, hell no. The fuck am I doing? Nope. No, we ain't doing this no more. What's good, Indigo Flow? What's going on? We are not a monolith in 2025. Yeah. I guess I'll talk about this aspect and then I'll go ahead and wrap it up. About the HNIC complex, you know, that, you know, I also understand that exists, the Highlander complex, there can be only one nigga, those guys, you know, most of those guys got simp chips. I mean, I do understand that there are some guys that are so into themselves that they feel so accomplished in what they have done with their lives that they don't need to have a certain level of conversation. And one thing that I try not to practice is, you know, putting people down for whatever they bring to the conversation, if it's useful and if it's to the point. You know, I'm not trying to whatever I'm doing up here, you know, it's not to impress people or lord over people. Because the one thing I do understand and I do realize is that something inside your body could cause a chain reaction that could take everything away from you. And that's not something I wish on people. Some people are going to be perfectly healthy, sons of bitches for the rest of their lives. But there's always the possibility that your blessing could end just like that. So I never try to be too cocky, and I would say, and I'm not the most spiritual person, but I will always try to count my blessings, I would say, and not be ungrateful. And how I display that somewhat is to treat people well, treat people how I want to be treated. And if that doesn't work for those, you know, for whoever's concerned, then we'll go about things another way. But until that happens, you know, you're always going to get just Kev, and that's all that needs to happen. So, sixth grade was in the late 70s. Wow. Sixth grade was in the late 80s for me. And we're old as fuck to a lot of people. So, I mean, it is what it is, man. You know, we're just consider ourselves the ones that are lucky to still be here. And as long as I'm here, I will continue to bring you guys content. So anyway, that's it for now. I will try to come to you guys on Sunday. And about that smoke show thing, it's not really a smoke show. It's not really something I mean, it was getting to that point some Sundays, but certain folks just could not. You know, I'm not one of these guys that's like, oh man, it was just too strong. People can't handle it. People too sensitive. Ooh, you know, I'm not going to be that person that's going to always jump to that. But I know how to call a spade. And it's like, in order for it to be a smoke show, smoke has to show up on a regular basis. So maybe this channel is meant more to be, you know, to be more topic based and more social commentary. And, you know, like I said at the beginning, getting back to what I used to do, just putting up videos and, you know, and the shorts have finally extended to 3 minutes. So, you know, do a few of those too. But at the end of the day, one thing I do notice, because I've been checking out different types of channels as of late. And one thing I notice about certain black men is that they are very passionate about what they believe and what they talk about, despite the fact that I may agree or may not agree. And if we're not here to deliver that same level of passion or a better level of passion, then maybe we don't need to be here. So, you know, always try to get better, you know, as long as you have the ability to do so. And that is it for right now. Thank you all for tuning in once again. And I will see you guys on the next go around. Long live the habitual line steppers. Have a safe and very productive and prosperous 2025. Peace out.